Everybody, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Tammy Talks here. I'm back. Still got a cough. I was sick all last week, which is why the videos are late. So bear with me. I got water. I'm gonna take a sip. I'm gonna be thirsty. My throat's gonna be dry. I might choke on the cough. Just work with me, okay? Work with me. But let's go ahead and talk about this overly produced, unrealistic decision day. If you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the video, and then hopping into the comment section so we can talk about how awful of a decision this was. So, everybody said yes. I'm going to do my typical recaps, but I'm also going to do a separate video talking about my disdain, frustrations, disappointment, and disgust with Decision Day. So keep a lookout for that. But let's get into Olajuwon and Katina, y'all. So, Katina said her first impression of Olajuwon was he's handsome with a nice smile and a nice body. Okay? She enjoys spending time with him, and they speak their own love language. She likes that he is extremely big on family. He's attentive and thoughtful. But even though she told the expert she did not want a passive man, she thinks she got more than she bargained for. You did. You definitely got more than what you asked for, sweetheart. But that's okay. You like it, so I'ma love it. So then we have Olajuwon. His initial reaction was that Katina was beautiful. He feels their chemistry is easy and natural. He wants a traditional wife that enjoys cooking and cleaning. And he's worried that she won't be able to make him happy every single day if she's busy still, building her career and, going to be balancing career, school, and then children. So he's worried about his happiness. Not whether she can do it, or her happiness, or the children's happiness. He's worried about his happiness, all right? So Katina said the best thing that they've experienced in their time together was just their time together. Her getting out of her comfort zone. She talks about them going in and running with the llamas, the gazebos. Running with the gazebos. The time they spent together, on their dates. Riding in the ganja. Remember, he said they rode in the ganja together. It could have been the time when they went out and they had salmon. Remember we had that good old salmon dinner. So it's like, Katina. So then she said some of their tougher moments are when she was embarrassed from the app being on her phone. And I don't think it was the embarrassment of the app being on the phone. I think it was the embarrassment of how he belittled her and treated her at dinner because of the app being on her phone. That's what you meant to say, Katina, but I'll fix it for you. So Olajuwon said that in that moment, that was their biggest argument. But in that moment, but in that moment, it showed her that she has a husband that cares. And it also, let her know that anything and everything can be fixed. And Pastor Cal was like, all right, remember you said that. And Olajuwon was thinking, damn, I didn't mean anything. Because, she can't cook eggs. So that can't be, like, education. Olajuwon infuriated me. I'm so glad the show is over. I'm so glad this season is over. So Olajuwon thinks that their connection is genuine, beautiful, and real. Dr. Viviana asked about him holding off from intimacy, physical intimacy. Olajuwon thinks that it made the marriage stronger. He said that he knows himself as a person. And if he would have gone in and they would have had sex, then he would not have worked so hard to kind of cultivate the type of connection that they did have. Now, even though I think that they did have sex already, if that's his reasoning, I have no problem with that. My problem with that is that it does not seem that Katina felt the same way. So you have a situation where Olajuwon wanted to do that for himself and Katina went along with it. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of the way that it appeared to me. But he said that he knew that she would have those desires. So he would do things like, when he was showering, I would open the window. I would open the or excuse me, I would open the door, so she can look at me. So she can just look at it. And I'm like, okay. Okay. But the experts are yucking up and they're like, oh my God, Olajuwon, I get it. Absolutely. Even Dr. Peppers understood it. And I'm like, y'all gone with this buh. Gone with it. So Dr. Pepper said the last time I talked to you guys, there was a difference in timeline in regards to kids. The 2 years, the wanting to travel, the school, like, where are we now? Katina said that she is not going to sacrifice or negotiate about her education. And I said, get into it. Get into it. So she said that, she will be able to travel and stuff with him, but it might not be twice a month. And I'm sorry, but somebody tell me where Olajuwon is traveling to twice a month. Because Olajuwon keeps talking about how he wants to travel the world and do all this other stuff. Have you not gone anywhere yet before? Was Puerto Rico the first stamp on your passport? Does Puerto Rico... I've never been to Puerto Rico. Does Puerto Rico stamp your passport? My passport has actual stamps from countries outside of the United States and the territories. So I don't know how that works. But Olajuwon talks about wanting to travel and stuff a lot, but he hasn't mentioned where he wants to go. Is he talking about domestic traveling? Do you want to go see some of the different states? That's cool too, but it's like y'all aren't going nowhere twice a month. I'm sorry, but y'all aren't. Y'all are not traveling twice a month. But Katina, if you want to keep talking about that and you want to go ahead and put that lie into the atmosphere, go ahead, girl. Because I'm just so removed from this relationship. I just couldn't give. She said that she's not dead set on having a child within 2 years. It could be 3 years. So if that timeline doesn't work, she's okay with that. Meanwhile, Olajuwon is looking like all of this is news to him. And you can tell deep down he doesn't agree with it, but he's going to keep it going. So then Pastor Cal asked him about relationship roles and how they are going to make that work within their particular relationship. Olajuwon said that when he comes home, he wants to know that his kids can eat, that he can eat, and they can go to bed. He's expecting the house to be clean. He's expecting a 5-course gourmet meal on the table. He want a whole damn turkey and the fixing. He wants Thanksgiving every single day, and he wants her to do it with a smile on her face, and then to clean up everything with a smile on her face while he sits on the couch like Al Bundy and drinks a beer. That's what Olajuwon is envisioning. And he said that Katina does not have that skill. Katina gets offended. She said because she can cook. And he said no, food needs to be edible. Now, here's the thing. There is a difference between saying that somebody can't cook and like the food is not edible. I have friends that cannot cook, right? I can cook. I have gone to these friends' houses. They've cooked, whether just like we're hanging out or they've like, put little whatevers together. Is the food necessarily good? No. Is it edible? Yes. And from the little bit that we have seen of Katina, she's not making inedible food. So now the experts are like kind of laughing, like that nervous laugh, like, come on now, wait a minute. Olajuwon swears her food is not edible. He then says that he's a person that he's going to say what he needs to say when in regards to how he feels about a situation, whether it hurts people's feelings or not. And if it is, then it is what it is. And then he asks if that is rude. Now, I do believe that people need to have boundaries and they need to feel like they can voice what they want to and feel how they want to feel about any particular situation. But to say, if I hurt your feelings, it is what it is, your food is fucking nasty, that's a problem, Olajuwon. That is a problem. Because while she's making Thanksgiving, are you outside building a shed? Are you outside changing the oil in all of you guys' cars? Are you doing the brakes? Are you outside building the engine from scratch? You know what I mean? Are you outside making a fire pit step by step by yourself? And I'm talking molding concrete, mixing concrete, so you can make the stones to set around it. Like we have to think about this. Olajuwon keeps talking about traditional roles, but he has never said, well, I'm going to be outside cutting the grass and I'm fixing the cars and I'm going to be doing all that type of stuff. He doesn't ever say that. All he ever mentions is he wants her to cook and clean. Katina said that she doesn't feel like she needs to cook and clean every single day. She knows what she is capable of. She knows what she can do. Olajuwon then says that he feels that maybe he is more traditional than he thought. You think? Okay. And I feel like that is something that he should have relayed to the experts. Which it feels like he did not tell them that because they were all like very shocked at a lot of his thinking. So Olajuwon thought he was going to come in and get what is it? Is it June Cleavers? Is that her name? That's what he thought he was getting, and it's not what happened. So Katina says she wants to stay married because she thinks that the marriage needs more time to kind of marinate and cook than just the 8 weeks. Olajuwon said he came into the marriage asking for, well, first off, he starts it off with, I hope you take this the right way, which means you about to be which means you're going to be extremely disrespectful. That's what that means. It means you're about to say some disrespectful, effed up stuff, but I want you to take it in stride. Take it in stride because in my heart of hearts, I mean well. Bucks and 6 or 7 actually, but go Bucks. Olajuwon said that he came into the marriage asking for a more established woman, and that is why he would say no. I'll say this: if Olajuwon told them experts that he wanted a woman that has a degree, that is settled in her career, that has XYZ on paper, and they did not give that to him, then yeah, that's a problem. It's definitely a problem. But I also feel like you got Katina, you got what you got. You don't have to constantly remind her that she is not in life where you think that she should be. Not where, excuse me, not where society or the world thinks she should be, where you think that she should be. He then goes on to say, but he loves their chemistry. He loves who she is as a person, and he is willing to overlook all those things that she can't do. I'm willing to overlook as awful of a person as you cook, the fact that you don't clean, the fact that you apparently sleep in your wig. I'm going to overlook all of that. The fact that you are just getting your associates, and I have my degree. You don't own a house. You just rent an apartment, or you live with your mother. I think Katina lives at home. I'm gonna ignore all of that because I like our chemistry. He then goes on to say that he feels that his dad picked Katina for him. Today is his dad's birthday, decision day, so he feels like it's like poetic justice. He gets emotional. He's crying. She starts crying because why didn't you tell me it was your dad's birthday? Dr. Pepper's crying. Dr. Vivian is crying. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on my couch like this. Because who cares? And I'm not saying who cares about your father and all any of that type of stuff, but like at this point, the first part of that speech was rude as fuck to her. And he knows that. And that's why he said, I hope you take this the right way. You know, you came in extremely wrong talking to that lady, telling her it's really whatever, y'all. Katina's okay with it. He doesn't want to ignore her effort. He feels that because she's putting forth all this effort, that should be acknowledged, and he respects her. So because of that, he wants to stay married. Back home after decision day, Olajuwon said that the plan is for them to start traveling. And when she is out of school, then they can talk about expanding their family and making babies and all that other kind of stuff within 2 years. We then have the lunch where all the couples meet up, and Olajuwon announces that they consummated their marriage that night after decision day because it just felt right then. She was the official Mrs. Dickerson. Katina said it was worth the wait. It's worth the wait. I will say that somebody pointed out that kind of halfway through the after party that Olajuwon stopped wearing his ring and he began like hiding his hands during certain parts or during certain episodes. So, do I think they're still together right now? I actually do. Do I think Katina's happy in her marriage right now? I don't. Do I care? No. If you want to be with somebody that is emotionally and verbally abusive to you just for the sake of you being able to say that you are married, girl, by all means, go forth and prosper. I don't even care anymore. Let me know how you guys felt about this episode. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel and thumbs up the video. Catch you guys in the comments.